Hey guys, this is Vin Redmond from Elon Baseball. I'm here today with Figure It Out Baseball, and I'm going to talk to you coaches a little bit who need some help in throwing more accurate batting practice. The first thing that I would recommend is just a drill I'll show you here. Is we're going to get about 20 feet away from home plate. Just set a ball up on a tee about mid-thigh height. I'm going to go down on the knee. This is something my dad taught me. I learned how to throw. Alright, and we're just going to work. We have a clear target there. We're trying to hit the ball. I go four-seam grip. I think grip and getting into a routine is very important because just like hitting or any other skill, it's repetition, 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 repetition. The more you can make those repetitions the same, the more consistent you'll be. All right, so I make sure I get a four-seam grip every time. And this drill really just takes the lower half out of it, and it should work a little bit on arm action. And like I said, it should be pretty fun for you too, and trying to hit the ball off the tee. So we're just gonna start four-seam grip here. You can get the bucket of balls right here next to you. That way you don't have to keep getting up. But we're gonna kind of keep working here. The main thing you see is I just make the arm side misses up. So obviously I'm gonna make the adjustment. That just means I'm releasing the ball too far back. So the adjustment that I make is I just try to get it more out front, and we'll see how that goes. More on line, a little bit high. That's pretty close. Pretty close. Again, it's about making adjustments early with your arm, and more so just release point. I always start the ball at the middle of my body, and that makes sure that my arm swing is pretty consistent. And then from there, I just try to alter my release points. As you can see, I haven't hit the ball off the tee yet, but my philosophy is I'm trying to aim small and I'm going to miss small. But once we get a hitter in there, those are all very hittable pitches. All right. So I think being able to throw good batting practice is obviously a skill. I think you can get better at it. And I also think it's very important, at least for me, in coaching hitters, because if you can't throw good batting practice, you can't really give them a good look off the arm. So the way that we do our batting practice is we usually try to split the plate in thirds. So it's very important for me to be dialed in and know where the ball's going. All right, so now we'll go outer third to a right-handed hitter. So I'm just trying to miss just on the other side of the ball. Again, middle of my body, four-seam grip. I'm just trying to get the ball a little bit more out front. Right over it. I'll go two more here. Right over it. I'm going to get this one on the outside corner. Now that we got our arm action cleaned up a little bit and we can feel a little bit more of the manipulation of release points, based on the standard point of having a ball right down the middle of the tee, you can work back onto a mound here, or even if you have a flat surface, that's fine too. We always use a mound here. Just a quick note on these. I use these turf pads. It builds up the ramp about another 3 or 4 inches. Gives me a little bit of a downhill look to our hitters, so we can put the ball more on an angle that's realistic to what they would see in a game. Throwing good BP is all about rhythm. All right, so I always take, again, I start with the ball right in the middle of my body with both hands. I usually carry 5 balls because we do 5 rounds of 5. That way I never lose track. Right in the middle of my body, I take a right step, and then I separate. And this is the biggest part for me, is trying to get my foot to land and not my arm to be up in slot like this. And that's what I think is rhythm. And if you can get in rhythm here every time, I think you're going to be consistent in where you're throwing the ball. From there, you can just alter your targets. For me, I always look at the hitter's front elbow. I do have a tendency to run it up an arm side once in a while to righties, but then I just make the adjustment. Either I try to release it a little bit more out front, or I try to move my target and pick something either on the screen or the backstop, whatever is right behind the hitter there. So I'm trying to get, when my foot lands, I'm trying to get that ball up in slot and ready to release. I always try to follow the same routine. So I go right, left, throw, and then I go right, left, right, go. To me, it's all about doing the same thing over and over. That's how you become consistent. It's Vin Redmond from Elon Baseball. Thanks for watching our BP clinic here. Stay tuned for our machine work next.